Yeah, I do feel kind of spazzy.
Yeah, but not anymore, right? Now we're
Man,
chilling. We're good. We're
I feel
focused.
snazzy now.
Snazzy. Snazzy, not spazzy. And we're live. Welcome to the Raw Dogs Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode.
In this one, we're going to get into your 2025 game plan, how to set goals you'll actually achieve.
Fuck yeah.
The problem with most goals,
Yeah, what's the problem?
they fail because they're too vague. They lack a clear plan, or they don't have accountability built in.
Right. I like the vague part because that was a big problem for me, was not knowing exactly what I wanted to do and diving into the details. Because if you don't have the details and how the bigger picture looks, you're definitely not going to be able to create actionable steps to get to the finish line. It's impossible. If you're being vague about your goals, you're basically telling yourself, I don't give a fuck about what I'm trying to achieve. And you might as well just stay where you're at. Essentially.
Yeah, you got to be clear.
Right.
And the power of setting goals. Specific goals gives you direction and helps you focus on what really matters.
Yeah. Know the power in setting the bigger framework for what you're trying to achieve. There's a lot of power in having confidence in knowing what the bigger picture looks like in the first place. When you get a calendar and you write out on the calendar what you want to achieve day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, you're going to feel a lot of power and a lot of confidence within yourself, and you're going to be able to get the things that you want to get done. Okay?
You got to prove to yourself that you can get shit done. That's the bottom line.
Right. And you're not failing because you're lazy. You're actually just failing because your goals are absolute garbage.
Yeah, you just say, I want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's not clear enough.
Cool.
You're not gonna
So does everybody else.
Yeah, everybody in the world
Fucking
wants to make
money.
a lot of money.
Yeah. Good job, dude. You just whacked yourself off in your mind.
Yeah.
You just told yourself you want to make a lot of money, visualize the Lambo, and you did everything else that everybody else does. You gotta create actionable steps. That's what people aren't doing. That's the barrier to entry in getting the big prize, whatever the big prize is, whether it be the house, the promotion, the job, the girl, whatever it is. There's a barrier to entry, and that barrier to entry is creating actionable steps in your mind and putting it somewhere. Okay, whether that be accountability with a friend, telling a friend about it, putting it on a calendar, creating a note and then checking back in with yourself, whatever it is. There's a barrier to entry. So cross that, and then you'll probably actually achieve something. And then before that, defining your why as well, right?
Right. If your goals don't light a fire under you, then you're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah. And you should probably set a new goal. Because you're not going to have any passion when you're chasing it. It's just going to be, it's going to be shallow. It's going to be cheap.
It's not gonna give you the power to keep going forward when it gets hard.
Right. It's not gonna be a sprint, essentially. It's just gonna be a at best, speed walk.
Speed wank.
A speed wanking visualization.
A quickie.
A quickie.
If you will. Knowing the deeper purpose behind your goal keeps you motivated when challenges arise. That's the biggest thing. You have to have a purpose, and you have to connect with that purpose on a daily basis.
Right. And focus on what actually matters, right? So prioritize your goals. Put them at the forefront of your day. When you're waking up, when you're getting out of bed, when you're doing your morning routine, right? Get some momentum going, and then the first thing you attack is, okay, what's my goal? Let's go ahead and visualize a little bit. What are we trying to get done? What's the actionable step today? And then focus on the actionable step. That's a big thing too, is not focusing on that bigger goal. Because when you're wanking yourself in your mind on the bigger goal every single fucking day, it gets old. And then you're just like, fuck it, whatever. Unless you're really passionate about it.
It doesn't seem achievable.
Right. That's the thing about having a greater purpose in setting your goals. when you look at your goals, you have to be like, all right, why am I actually doing this? Why am I actually trying to make all this money? Am I trying to make money to support my family? Am I trying to provide a better life for my kids, for my wife, or if there's women here, for my husband, whatever it is? You have to have that deeper purpose, because at the end of the day, once something comes up and the challenge arises, you're not going to be prepared by any means to take that shit on if you don't have a deeper purpose.
Yeah, it's gonna be too easy to be like, fuck it.
Yeah, let's just move on.
Let's, eat some Cheetos.
Watch some Netflix, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super easy to give up if you don't have a bigger picture in mind for why you're trying to achieve what you're going for.
Yeah, also, you have to track your progress.
Yeah. And be proud. Be proud of it. Track your progress and I mean, have a bit of an ego when you're looking at yourself at the end of the day and you said, fuck, I did everything I said I was going to do. I got it all done. You should be proud of yourself. I mean, if you're not going to be willing to go towards that the next day and achieve all those things you just did, right?
You need tools. You just need a calendar. Start with a calendar and one thing that you're going to do for the next week. You do the thing, you get a check. If you don't do the thing, then you get an X. Simple as that.
All right. And another thing towards the end of this process and getting the bigger picture of what you want and then setting those deadlines and achieving those smaller goals before you get to the end, the finish line, is not staying down once you get knocked, right? Because you will get knocked. Understand that. Understand that there's going to be a time when you fail and you're going to have to react to that in a certain way. And essentially, you can either react in a negative way and you can continue to take the blows that life is going to inevitably bring to you, or you can react in a positive light and understand that that was coming in the first place eventually, because nobody's perfect. And then you can push forward, continue, and expect more out of yourself next time. That's all you can do. All you can do is continue to love yourself, continue to forgive yourself, and press forward into the next action item. Even if it's, okay, I just got knocked the fuck down, I got to get back up. Focus on the next action item, which is rising to the occasion.
If you can't picture yourself winning, don't expect the universe to either.
Right. And visualize yourself achieving those goals. That's going to strengthen your commitment and in the end, keep you sharp and keep your focus aligned with what you're trying to achieve.
If you think you can or you think you can't, you're probably right.
Right. It's all about what you tell yourself each and every day in the morning. What are you capable of?
Yeah.
If you're just like, my capabilities are going to my 9 to 5, getting off of work, playing Call of Duty, and then whacking to Pornhub, then you're probably right.
Can you imagine being limited by a thought in your own mind that you created?
Yeah. That's how a lot of people are now.
Pretty sad.
It's very sad.
That's the only thing. There's nothing in the external world
No.
that's keeping you from achieving.
Right. And you remember that book that I read? It's Mind is a Master, James Allen. That book said something profound in it that I've always remembered since I read it. And it's all the evil that is within you, you give all of that evil its power, essentially. It has no inherent power in and of itself, that evil, right? Whatever it may be, whatever vice you're dealing with, it has no power in and of itself. You give all of the power that it has over you to it in the first place.
Yeah, you're tuning into it by putting your focus there.
Right, exactly. And it's a beautiful sight, because then you start to visualize that and you're like, oh shit, it starts with me. It starts with me. My vices start with me in the first place. Like, I'm feeding it in the first place. That's why it has all of the power that it does. That's why it continues to overcome me every time I try to battle it.
Yeah, your frequency is what you frequently see, so you have to change where your mind is focused, where you're focusing your mind on a daily basis. Focus, if I was successful, if I was in a state of gratitude, what would I be thinking right now in this moment?
Correct.
And do that consistently.
Yeah, and once you do and you start to put down those vices and you start to build the new character that you want to see in the mirror every day, not only are other people going to notice that, but your personality starts to become your personal reality. It's another quote I heard that really resonates with me on a daily basis when I'm trying to think of what I want to achieve in life. Your personality will always build your personal reality. So if you're living a shit life and your room's a mess, your bathroom's a mess, you got a shit job, you barely make any money, maybe start to look at your habits, right? What do your friends see out of you? Do your friends see a hyperactive individual that wants success, that's hungry for it? Or do they see a lazy dipshit that just cares about himself or herself?
Right. So here's what we want you to do. We want you to write down one big goal for 2025. Make it a SMART goal.
Make it smart.
Make it a SMART goal.
And make it achievable. Like, don't write down some crazy
Specific.
shit that you're not going to be able to achieve.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Time-bound.
So by end of 2025,
Yeah.
you want to get this done. Break it into actionable steps with deadlines to hit your first milestone by February 1st.
Right.
So break it down month by month.
So you probably thought of something in real time as T here was saying, come up with the goal that you want to achieve by 2025, whether it's, hey, I want to lose 50 pounds of fat. Hey, I want to gain 50 pounds of muscle because I'm a skinny bitch. What else? Hey, I want to get a new car. Hey, I want that promotion. Hey, I want to build my own business, whatever it is. You thought of something, create the actionable step right after this video, write it down, and understand what that first step forward is so that you can achieve it by February 1st. Because if you don't do that, then you just wasted the past however long you've been watching this pod, 20, 30 minutes. You just wasted all this time. So if you want to invest the time that you just spent with us listening to this pod, invest it into creating that first actionable step towards February 1st so that you can turn that into the bigger picture for 2025.
You do that, post it on social media, and tag the podcast.
If you don't tag us, there will be a fucking
There
problem.
will be consequences.
There will be a huge fucking problem.
We're going to hold you accountable, and we're going to shout you guys out.
Yep.
We'll shout out the best ones.
We'll come to your fucking door, dude.
Yeah, we're going to show up
We'll come to your fucking
your-
door, dude.
at your place of residence.
You don't care. We'll show up at your fucking door, dude.
And then what?
Well, that's up to you, buddy.
It's up to their
We'll
imagination.
come up with something, and it'll be fucking horrific.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking bad.
Yeah. So
2025. Make it a big year.
let's make it happen. Let's fucking win.
Or be fucked.
Yeah. Or just stay small.
Yep. Stay small and let us win. We're going to win either way. So it's up to you whether or not you want to follow us up or if you just want to keep watching our podcast and stay stagnant. But until next time,
This has been the Raw Dogs Podcast.
Raw Dogs Podcast, and we will see you next weekend.